Dracula is going to be coming out Friday, November 1st. It's going to be an event. We're going to show this Spanish language version of Dracula, which came out in 1931. It has an interesting history behind it because this is the same shoot that produced the famous one that Bela Lugosi started. But this is the version that they shot at night, where they brought in a Spanish language cast and crew, largely Mexican, that used the same sets, the same story, but put their own little spin on it. So the lighting is a little bit different. Some would say the lighting is better. The camera angles might be a little bit different. Some would say the camera angle is a little bit better. But brought in a completely different cast to produce this film. The Spanish language version is released, and my understanding is it gets lost. The print is lost, it disappears until it's rediscovered sometime at around 1970. And this guitar slinger, Gary Lucas, who's performed with everyone from Captain Beefheart to Leonard Bernstein, hears about it and decides that he is going to write a score for this black and white movie. Because when it was shot in 1931, they couldn't afford the musicians to supply a musical soundtrack. So he creates this incredible spacey, atmospheric score that really helps tell the story, that adds a different dimension to the film. And he's going to perform that live on stage. But the sounds, the effects that he coaxes out of his guitar are, you would think he was doing the whole thing on computer, the whole thing was synthesized. A lot of what we were doing with the Palace is trying to reconnect it to its original purpose. This was created as a vaudeville house and as a Dulux movie theater. Opened in 1930, it actually is 1 year older than Dracula. And at the time, the tagline that they were selling it with was Lowe's, which was the movie company that owned it, the studio. Lowe's brings Times Square entertainment nearer your home, which is exactly what we're trying to do now. And back in the day, when they would play the movies, they would have an organist who would do all the sound effects for a silent movie. So in some ways, we're just reconnecting the Palace to that past.